Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome.
Welcome to another live stream. How is everybody doing? I just realized right when the starting soon hit that I hadn't checked my camera yet, so I popped into studio mode real quick to make sure my camera was okay. Still a little bright. Knock it down a little peg with the brightness. That should probably work. A little bit better. Yeah, sorry I've been absent most of this week. I've been trying to stream a little bit more since last week, since I got back from vacation. But I've been crazy busy. And in fact, today I have a hard out with a real estate shoot that I have at like 5 something. So I only have a few hours to do some Japan photo editing. But yeah, all week I've been working on a wedding that I shot this weekend. Well, a wedding reception. And I finally finished all those, and it turned out great. I delivered them this morning. I haven't got any instant feedback, but I'm sure they love it. The teasers that I sent out, they were very positive about earlier. But yeah, I've been working my butt off to get all those photos done, and got them done. Very exciting. And then tonight I've got a real estate shoot. I've been having at least 1 to 2 real estate shoots a day. Thursday was a bit of a break, and I marathon finished all the wedding photos. And really haven't had time to finish culling the Japan trip photos. I've got a little under 1,000 left to cull through. Earlier today when I woke up, I started doing a little bit more culling with them and removed most of the or culled through most of the personal photos of like our friends' kids and our kids and stuff like that. So I don't really think I'm going to be sharing much of those on a stream, but definitely going to be sharing some of the stories and cool stuff that we learned out there. And it was just an overall fun trip. I changed my office decoration a little bit. One of my souvenirs that I bought, I don't know if I could manually focus to that, but there's a tsunami wave with some koi fish swimming, and it's a tapestry that I bought and put behind my Hylian shield that I have on my wall, or my door there. That's my closet door that I never really use in this room, but yeah, I've been crazy busy this week, but should have some fun sharing some more photos from Japan today on stream. Excited to get back to these photos. I haven't really touched them in quite a few days because I've been just so busy with other photography work. But very happy to be busy with it because, well, I know I'll have my bills paid and all that stuff. Because unfortunately, vacations are kind of like the opposite of getting the bills paid. But the life experience is absolutely priceless. It's so much fun. Let's switch to my. Oh, it's like I haven't streamed in a long time. Switch to my monitor here. I'm gonna start out culling through my Nintendo Museum photos. This is a really fun time. I've noticed recently. So I believe the Mario movie just came out today or yesterday. The brand new Mario Galaxy movie, which is probably going to be the second of many that they're going to be putting out, because I'm pretty sure the last one made them over $1 billion and so on and so forth. They're just crushing Hollywood. I think video game numbers crush Hollywood numbers still. Like, I wonder what the do they have like documents. What Mario Wonder sales numbers? That's the last like kind of big Mario game. Delivers record 10 million players. So just roughly 10 million times. Well, it's different everywhere, but I'll just give it like a $60 price. Oh. Oop. All right. 10 million times $60. I think that game was $60. Yeah. That's a bit bigger than Hollywood for a video game. Like their last movie crossed like almost 2 billion, I think. It was like in the high 1 billion numbers. Yeah, and this is like Mario Wonder, just a guesstimate, because who knows? Oh, that's 10.7 million copies. So that's a low ball. Except the cookies. Yeah. Hollywood doesn't quite do the numbers that video games do, but it's still pretty awesome that they're dipping into there. But one thing, I went on a complete tangent from my point of the Nintendo Museum is I got there and you're not going to see any photos from the second floor of the museum because everywhere on the second floor of the museum, they have staff posted with holding signs for no photography, no videography, etc. There's signs everywhere on that floor. And there's people policing it and making sure that nobody's going to raise their camera and take any pictures. I definitely noticed some of those folks with eyes on me because I had a camera on my hip, just ready to make sure to tell me not to take a picture if I started raising my camera. And this past week or so, I've been seeing a ton of interviews of the cast of Super Mario Brothers movie being interviewed on that floor that says no photography, no videography. So they definitely don't care if it's being filmed. Just not by people that are not on their payroll. I don't know. It's just weird seeing that contradiction in a ton of videos. They did a whole junket in that room. I saw like IGN, BuzzFeed, like all those little outlets had interviewed the cast there. Right in the spot where they were telling me not to take any pictures. So you're not going to see any pictures of me from that floor. But there's a lot of other cool stuff that I was able to take photos of there. So I'm going to be sharing that. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm like wanting to edit this already. I got to be in culling mode. All right, we're starting out. Here's some decoration for the 40th anniversary. I'll keep that. Here's a random family posing in the area. I was just kind of showing some context of the Nintendo Museum. And then our family posing in here. The lighting wasn't really the best. And then the person who took our photo tried vertical orientation photo and then completely lost focus. I know what happened because The back of my camera screen, if you move your thumb, it allows you to change focal point. And I'm sure their thumb hit it and just completely lost the focal point, and the camera wasn't able to focus at that point. And she took 7 really blurry shots. That kind of sucks. But it happens. I mean, that's what happens when you give people who don't know how to use a DSLR. I try to put it on the most user-friendly mode possible every time. I turn back button focus off and put to front button focus, all that. But really, now that I've learned from this, I think I'll
Welcome.
also flip my screen so they don't accidentally hit the thumb on the screen and move the focal point. What's up, Bell Thing? Oh my gosh. So I added a new TTS that reads the chat to me, and that was an epic voice that just read it to me. It's like, greetings, interweb travelers. I love it. Was almost like I wonder if it's supposed to be oh crap. Like
Wow.
Warren oh not damn, what's his name? You're looking at getting a new lens, aren't we all? What you looking at? All right. Oh, that's a pretty good one of Gavin. I like that. That's an outtake. Their grounds are so cool. Canon f2 lens, 100 millimeter. So the macro, the very famous 100 millimeter macro. They have an RF version also that's like inexpensive in regards to RF. No, not the macro. Hold on. I thought the 100 millimeter f2 was the macro. What? Okay, the TTS broke. it's it started going like L thing, like went on for like 10 seconds. What the hell? Oh, the macro is 2.8, not 2. Okay. All right. So it's more. So the 2.8 is 504. Oh, dang, that's a really good deal. Where's the f2? Late lens. Look at how wide that. Holy cow. That aperture is just so open. That's an FD mount. Oh, here we go. EF mount. Oh, even cheaper. It does look tiny. Look at that. It's like maybe like two nifty 50s stacked on top of each other. Or no, not even that. Like it might be about the size of my old 35, like this guy. This guy's pretty a little bit more. All right. Wow, okay. I need to update my oh my god. Speaker bot, don't do it. All right, settings, disable, enable. Okay. I'm gonna change. I'll change to GLaDOS. Let's see if that does any better. Same size as the bellowed 85 millimeter. Okay, yeah, I've shot with that. Yeah, that's a pretty nice size, really small lens. I like it. All right, switch back. Do do do. Yeah, some of the grounds here at the Nintendo Museum are really awesome. They've got like some of the 8-bit art. Got a Bullet Bill right there, a Koopa Troopa, mushrooms, some coins. Over here, I'm not sure what that was. Don't really remember. There's a superstar, a mushroom. But in this room over here, there were some vending machines, and it had a Kirby vending machine, which was awesome. All right. In the intro, there's a bunch of toads. And had some really cool. They all could sing when you press them and stuff, which was neat. You know what? I've got a better shot of this later, so I'm gonna just 1-star that one. Here's some of the wall showing various art and properties of Nintendo. They've got so much stuff on here. There's some really cool. What is this crab from? Is this from like WarioWare? Yeah, there's like a really cute Kirby. There's a hockey players. I don't know what they're from. There's got ice climbers. Some of the original Mario Brothers art from like the really old arcade game. I think it was like 82 or so, arcade game. And some original Metroid arts, the first Link sprite, there's Mario Galaxy, just so much stuff. There's Odyssey up here, some Twilight Princess, or not Twilight Princess, it's Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, so much stuff. They even got the flower from the Mario Wonder in here. What's your current setup? What is my current setup? As in like camera and lens? I don't know if I could go on like I've been doing professional photography for well over a decade now. So I have so many bodies and lenses, but I mean, currently filming me right now, I have a Canon R6 with a 35 millimeter 1.4 prime, which is probably a little bit bigger than their 100 millimeter. Just one, the size of yeah. Well, the one you compared it to, I've used. It's in my business partner's kit. He uses the 85 millimeter for our portraits. This is the beast I use for. This is the beast I use for portraits. Is this guy? Is this 70 to 200 macro, which I beat the hell up, but it's a workhorse. The thing I hate about this though is it's so heavy. It's about 4 pounds for just this glass. I'd love to replace it with something a lot less heavy. But that stuff's so expensive. I think ideally I would replace it with the 24 to 105 2.8 RF. But that thing's $3,200. It is not cheap. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna call this. There's some Tears of the Kingdom link. Or is it Breath of the Wild? Might be Breath of the Wild. Oh no, Tears of the Kingdom, because the magic arm thing was Tears of the Kingdom. Can I link? Yeah. This is not the one that you're talking about? Oh, I see. It's like a comparison link. Yeah, this is the lens I was looking at. Oh man, the RF version of this is so much smaller. Yeah. It's a pretty awesome, like only $400. Well, this is KEH. I'm sure new it's more expensive. Does it show the price? Yeah, it's a cool comparison site. I don't think I've seen this one. Pixel Mag. Hmm. All right. Take more of this. Okay, so this was the first floor of the museum, about 235. Wow, okay, that's a lot cheaper than even KEH. What a great deal then. Yeah, so this is the first floor of the Nintendo Museum, and it's all interactive exhibits and games that you could play. On your Nintendo card, I don't have mine on my person right now, but on your Nintendo card, they charge it with 10 coins that you could use to play with any of these interactive exhibits. This was a Hanafuda one, which I think was about 2 coins to play. Most were about 2 coins. Some were 1 coin. Like there was an arcade where you could play all kinds of classic games for like 5-7 minutes or something like that. And each of those cost one. It was 1 coin to play the cage baseball, which was pretty neat. They had a grippy toy one, which is yeah, there's like a lot of throwback toys that they used to make in the 60s and 70s and so on. There is one that I really took a liking to, which is a little bit down this way, which is the Love Tester robot. And I think the original device they made was like right here. This is what the original device looked like. But they made this like very huge version of it that was interactive. And you'd take this paddle into your hand, and it would be for a couple. I did this once with my wife, and I did this once with my son just to play the games in it, and it was really fun. Because in here there's a camera, and at first, like it says your love is not strong enough or something like that when you first test, and it gives you a bunch of like cooperative mini games to play in order to strengthen your relationship, and it was a really good time. Oh, is Captain America gonna police me there? I don't know. Um, Man, a lot of my streamer bot stuff has been kind of broken. But yeah, this was like it turned out to be the most fun machine that they had. It was a blast. Okay, but yeah, here's the Hanafuda setup. Here's some of the museum that I was able to photograph. They had like here's the Hanafuda cards, and a bunch of their original card packs here. They had playing cards. This is where Nintendo got their start in the 1800s, was making cards. They had some bisections of old consoles. Like here's the Game Boy innards. And if you look at that, like the chipsets were much less complicated back then. Well, they're complicated, but like the chipsets today are like the way smaller in design and all that. There's an intersection of a Super Nintendo controller, Mitsumi, only P. I don't really, never really realized what they're saying on the chipsets here. Hmm. Intersection of a Wiimote. And the chipsets are starting to get a lot more complicated there. A lot smaller. There's a whole speaker on this one. The Wii U gamepad. And then, of course, the Switch is like way more complex. Okay, and another area is you could play these games with giant controllers. That was also really fun. Here's the arcade area. You're able to play like Mario 3, Mario 1, Zelda's, Kirby's, all kinds of different games throughout the history of Nintendo that you could try. You had a Famicom controller, which this controller way tinier than the NES controller. I never knew that. This was also really neat. Is there's a Game and Watch area where you'd play with your shadow. So there's a camera, I believe, right here in the center that was tracking you. And you're able to control like using the camera and different poses. It was really fun. The shooting gallery one was the most expensive. It was 4 coins to play the shooting gallery. We didn't do that one because it was too pricey, and I wanted to try more other stuff. And they had a left-handed batting cage that my wife could try. Blurry.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up, Silver Grains? How's it going? I'm going through some. I'm on part 3, calling through my Japanese photos, my photos from Japan. I do not recall what this was. Oh, I think it was a periscope. I'm right now going through photos I took at the Nintendo Museum of like a bunch of their old stuff. Some game displays for the Super Nintendo. They got Mother in here. One of the games famous for the company I used to work for called Fangamer. They're obsessed with the Earthbound series. Nice. Yeah, I did too a couple weeks ago. I would go back in a heartbeat. It was so much fun. It's such a great country. Got to say a day of the Grand Sumo. Whoa. I was in Osaka as well, but I did not go to any shows or events. That sounds fun. Like we wound up watching a lot of sumo stuff on the TV. Like whenever we would get back to the hotel room and try to unwind, it was impossible to unwind because every single day was like upwards of 20,000 plus steps, like just walking everywhere. It was kind of exhausting how much stuff we got done in any given day, but we would unwind and watch like sumo and stuff on on the TV. And it's sumo's actually quite entertaining. I I hadn't really like I would have been great to go to one of those events. Those guys are amazing. You're looking for them on Midnight Sumo. I did that once. I went to a taping of the Conan O'Brien show when he was on TBS quite a few years. I think it was like 2012, 2013. And I I got the recording of the episode that we were on and went to like find ourselves in the audience. That was a fun thing. And then the how I found myself was seeing my massive bald spot, which I mean, my massive bald spot is my entire head now, but random vending machine in here. Oh, is it? Are we through the Nintendo? Yeah. Mhm. Whoa. Hold on. Go to my sound mixer options. Where's Spotify at? What the heck? Spotify's not on here? There it is. Do you guys even hear? You guys don't hear the music, do you? Doesn't look like it's going through. Huh. Hmm. Wonder why. It's going through my music channel. Music channel is triggered here. I always restart. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Yeah. Yeah, I have a really complicated audio setup using the Elgato Wave stuff, which could be part of it. Yeah, it's not, huh? Weird. Yeah, I don't let it go to my VODs either. Yeah, I was doing this before they added application capture. Like so on my audio outputs I have like all of these Wavelink ones, which is the Elgato Wave software. And I have a specific music one which is picked up on my music channel. Um and for some strange reason it is not. The properties, music. I mean, the music doesn't go to the VOD either way. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter for anybody watching the VOD. But it's the tech stuff is kind of bugging me here. I wonder why it doesn't go through. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, I see. Hmm. It kind of showed up. Got a wave 3. All right, music. You hear music? It is very quiet, yeah. Might be because they met, like, I noticed in the OBS update notes, they mess with the audio inputs. That might be what it is. Huh. That's weird. Looks like it might still be ducking, but it's hard to tell. Because I also have ducking for my music, so when I talk, it turns it down a little bit. New project area. I'm not sure. What's your new project area? All right, back to culling through some Japan photos. Here's some crowds. Oh my gosh, there was some crowds there. Oh, that's awesome. I'm into it. Oh, okay. This is where. So this is where all the gates are. We did. We walked through these. This is a Fushimi Inara temple. Oh, so you're gonna do some before and after photos, maybe? Yeah, this temple was pretty amazing. So a lot of the temples have these setups where you get a fortune from these. You shake them and you pull a stick out, which the stick gives you a number, which becomes your fortune. We did the one in Tokyo. Yeah, we did not do Fushimi Inara in the morning, and oh boy, there were some crowds. Look at all these people. Holy cow. That is a lot of people. I tried to get some with like not as many people in it, but it was kind of impossible. As soon as you see a crowd like that, you just leave. Yeah, I mean, so we did a lot of stuff early in the morning in Japan and dodged some crowds. But unfortunately, this was one where we weren't able to time this one in the morning with our itinerary, and it is a night and day difference. I like so the bamboo forest, which comes a little later, we did in the morning, and we managed to dodge the crowds until so once we finished walking through the bamboo forest, we went up to this amazing garden area, which you had to pay admission to check out. Was worth it. Was really pretty. And then once we got out of that garden, we got back into we had to walk back through the bamboo forest, and the crowd was so thick within just like an hour later of us showing up. It's insane. Yeah, there's so many people here. I managed to kind of get some shots that like didn't have the crowd. I mean, that one does. I really like so going through the gates like this, they're all blank red. But on the looking on the way back, they had a bunch of characters on them, which I kind of like. The looking the way back looked really cool. And I'm kind of curious if Lightroom would be able to remove the people. This might be a good test of their people removal feature. I I wonder if it'll work. Because they have this people tab here. And also, hi, Poultry. Have you started streaming again, or are you still just hanging out? No distractions found. Are you kidding me? Damn, it didn't work. Doubt I'll ever stream again. I hear that. I get into that zone a lot too. It doesn't like so much of it doesn't seem worth it anymore. Oh hell yeah! Where are you out taking pictures of? I've been trying to go on some pretty regular photo walks since I got back, even though I don't really edit them much. It's still nice to actually go out and do it. Just keep in practice, you know. Let's see if this works in Lightroom. Might require Photoshop. Oh, you know what? That's not half bad. What are the other? Oh, that option's really good. That's the best. That's the best one. Bye, people. this is still like it doesn't feel honest to me. The AI replacement is ugh. I do like it a lot better though. Just up London Easter Friday. The last time they're ever doing a crucifixion in public. Well, yeah, what a brutal thing. Wonder why they're making that the last time ever doing that though, because I mean I'm sure that's been centuries of doing that. The mayor of London doesn't want them doing it anymore. Hmm. Um, I'm not really too much of a religious person, but I'm also sitting here like editing photos from a religious shrine. So like I do observe and like respect elements of religion, but yeah, I just appreciate observing it. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I guess the issue could be like because crucifixion at its level is like a really brutal act to be just doing in public. I mean, even if it's just a reenactment and not really real, it's kind of equivalent of like what they like in Tombstone, where they have like open gunfights like every day. Granted, they're firing blanks at each other, but it's still like it's kind of a demonstration of violence in a way, you know. I could get it on that level. Oh, I'm getting a spam call. Spam caller. Decline. I'm listening to release radar, so it's very, very random playlist. Yeah, I really wish I was able to go to this place in the morning. I think it would have been a way different experience not having to navigate the crowds. Um, but it was still beautiful nonetheless, even having to deal with all the people. All right, I'm gonna skip this one. This song's just not my vibe right now. This one might not be either. Huh. Red, Gold, Green is a band I haven't heard in a long time. What the? Okay, there we go. Managed to get like part of a person in here, but I was trying to get some photos of these gates. Been looking into private cosplay photography events. Yeah, there's a number of streamers who do cosplay photography. Um, I've I've done a little cosplay photography. I volunteered for an event that just ended this last year. They're not going to do it anymore. It was a steampunk convention, and cosplay photography is really fun. Like, and it's, and I'd even recommend it to anybody who's socially awkward. Because if you have a hard time coaching people to poses and stuff like that, most cosplayers have practice and know like some like go-to pose. Like it's almost like a really good place to go as a beginner portrait photographer. And then like sky's the limit beyond there. Yeah, they're super easy to pose. Um and they're just really fun and just love getting the good photos of them. It's like it's such a great like I'd recommend that to a lot of newbies. Oh, okay, so the event would be 1-to-1. That sounds fun. And I'm sure you've got lighting and stuff going on now. I think the last I saw your stream, you had like some flashes going on. So the last wedding event that I did on Saturday, I usually have light stands going. And I did at the end, like when the sun went down. But this particular time, I have a dual camera wedding strap, right? But my wife was assisting me with my second body. So she was running around with my second camera, taking some good shots. She got way better photos of the kids than I did. Hmm. Oh, dude, that sounds fun. But yeah, so I use my dual camera strap and I put my camera on one side and an AD 200 flash on the other. And I was running around with the camera and holding a flash with my other hand, and it worked out fantastically. Some of these photos I got were incredible. 10 out of 10 would do it again. Like I'm a little like kind of sad. I have some on-camera flashes, but they're like they don't really work too well lately. The biggest worry is you need to do a lot of experimenting with flash setup. I mean, if you have the opportunity for like one-on-one with the flash and it's indoors, I would go with a softbox 100%. But I mean, if you don't have one, I mean, softboxes are You could get one for like $50. It's relatively inexpensive when it comes to camera gear. Um, but otherwise, yeah, I would definitely go diffuse something. I'm super fond of these bad boys, the mag spheres, the magnets, and it like blows the light. Softbox doesn't work well for you? Why? I don't. I mean, I softboxes don't really work well outside a lot of the time. Like, especially if you're dealing with wind, you've got yourself a sail ready to blow away. But I've been getting some fantastic results with the softbox lately. Been doing a lot of sports portraits with them. You're doing a 1 second exposure. Is it like handheld with intentional camera movement? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100% experiment. Okay, so in the case if you're doing that with a softbox, one of the coolest ways of using that with drag shutter that I've seen is like having your if you have your camera on a tripod, right? And you have your model move through the shot in like a second or a few seconds, and you could remotely pop a flash multiple times. So they're moving, and then you pop a flash with like low light multiple times on them. You could have like a really cool kind of multiple exposure effects within a single exposure. Or you could use like even a combine it with a flashlight to make it like kind of a ethereal drag. Yeah. There's some really cool experimental stuff you could do with Flash. And I am fond of. Mm-hmm. All right. Um what is this? Was Power Man? They're still making music? M- Maya now. Oh, that's probably a old school camera. Oh, doing a daylight is really hit and miss for sure, especially if you're using ND filters. I mean, you kind of need that an ND filter to pull that off. Um, oh wow, some of the guards of the shrine. Look at his mustache. Such a cool mustache. Need to find ways to mount it, like your flash. Um, I mean, I'm a big fan of camera cages. Yeah. You know, there is a fellow photo streamer that I came across that uses Another really cool gimmick she uses is like a prism. I think it was like a handheld. It was really neat the stuff she could pull off with it. It's something like this. Um like a handheld prism. Oh, Cat does as well. There's like an Australian lady who was using it all the time years ago. I don't think she streams anymore either. I don't know. I haven't been up at that hour lately. But yeah, similar to this. Gets really cool effects. Combine it with some nice lighting and all that, you could get some really neat stuff. Oh my gosh, the crowds were insane. All right, we are back in Kyoto here. Sunset photo. Oh, okay, that didn't merge the best. All right. Now for the bamboo forest photos. There's still a lot of people here, but nowhere near as crowded as it was when we left. Hmm. Nah, I don't like the power lines in that. Got some workers putting up the fencing, which I thought was interesting. It's all bamboo.
Welcome.
Hey, Lidge, welcome in. This I just thought was funny. It's a toilet this way sign. 3 stream streak. Oh, awesome. That's impressive considering I stream so sporadically anymore. If I had a regular schedule, it'd be slightly less impressive. I mean, still cool to come out that many times. But seeing that I stream so randomly, that's a really impressive feat. Ooh, this one's good. I like this one. We can make some good art out of this shot. Yeah, look at this. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in this photo. Way less people than like if I fast forward. Yeah, here's some of the crowd navigating back. Look, like you can't even count them. Can't even count them. Well, thanks, Lidge. Hmm. it was so pretty here. The forest was amazing.
Welcome.
Yeah, they really are. Was welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Charlie. My dog just hopped up right next to the desk. Oh, he winked at me. Hi, Charlie. Plus, any additional moment of photography knowledge is helpful. Oh, of course. Is this news they might be giants? It is. Whoa. You know, that one's all right. Oh yeah, I was talking about using. Oh, I didn't realize there was an ad break. Did I lose the? To use Vaseline? I don't know if anybody ever uses Vaseline anymore. It was huge in the 80s. Putting Vaseline on a filter. Yeah, stuff like this. Oh, they a 77 millimeter one from Newer. Interesting. Westcott light kit. Oh, and that's different. These are really neat, though. I should buy one just to mess around. Like some nighttime photos with a prism like that would probably be really fun to experiment with. Hmm. The crowd's got a little thick here. Oh, I like that shot. I have one of those with my myops, but I use it for lightning. Ooh, I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. I don't really like the tree in this one. Reject. Myops is bad. I mean, there's better for lightning than Myops, but oh, the dog's got somebody to bark at. Nobody out front. Hopefully the mic isn't picking it up too bad. See, here I was starting to mess around with. Hold on, I'm gonna go mute it and shut up. Told him to take it outside, and it just went and laid down on his bed. Crazy, crazy dog. All right, went for some sun starburst photos here. That's a good one. You know, that's also a good one. I'm gonna not do that. There we go. That's better. That's probably the best. Hmm. I mean, the bamboo forest just had was an amazing starting point. Um, I think this is HDR. Yep. Do some emerging. Merge the photos. Yeah, the or Aryashima, I think. I don't remember how exactly it's promoted. It it was an amazing experience. Granted, it would have been better if there were less people. So I imagine going at night would have been amazing. Like if I had my own light. Oh no, 60 feet tall. That's amazing. Like that's as tall as this is right here. I have bamboo in my alley, but it's nowhere near as impressive. Oh wow. That's crazy. Lightroom's getting slow again, folks. And I really like the top of that image. That's a good one to keep. And you know what? Fun or not so fun fact, actually. My hand is covering a carving on this bamboo trunk here. Like somebody carved like a heart or something with like their initials. Made this photo 1,000% better by covering the carving. I just wanted to have something with my hand in it for context of how big these bamboo trunks were. How to get a backhoe to remove it? The small bamboo forest in my alley caught fire one year. I woke up one morning hearing like some popping, and I look out back and there's just fire in the backyard alley, and it all burned down. I was trying to fight it with like I grabbed my garden hose from my backyard and I was trying to fight the fire, and as soon as it was doing nothing, and then as soon as the firemen got there, they're able to put it out. If cave persons destroyed other cave art from other, oh, they probably did. Yeah. Oh, the blurry version of this is really neat. All right, hold on. I think this is also one that is HDR, and it might be an interesting merge. So I'm going to do a manual merge, and let's make it a low mask. Mm-hmm. I could probably remove these people. That one's not really that great. Kind of same with that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't bring my full tripod. Oh, what the heck? TTS is struggling on that one. I never bring it. I usually do, but considering how much walking I had to do in Japan, I didn't really bring. I brought like a mini tripod, which we used towards the end. I used it a little bit in Osaka for some night photos, but it was a challenge because it was a mini tripod. It's the same tripod that's sitting on my desk right now. It's this tall, this tripod. So it was kind of a challenge to work with for some night photos. Still rocking aluminum. I think this mini tripod is aluminum. It could be steel. No, it's lighter than. Well, no, it's kind of heavy. Yeah, my main travel tripod, what's actually in the trunk of my car, is carbon fiber. Oh yeah, here's the garden that we went into. It's really beautiful. The bamboo tea house. Got a stamp card. Oh, I have it on develop mode. Let's have it on. Here is the tea dispenser. There's all kinds of different ones. I tried hojicha. I tried sweet matcha. I tried sencha. Wait, no, I tried gen matcha. Those are the three I tried. They're all good. They also had like a Calpico one, which was pretty good. Would so love a sumo tournament. I should have went to one. That would have been fun. Sumo's kind of amazing. So this was kind of the I took this picture because this was kind of the state of most of the sakura or cherry blossoms. Um, you could kind of see the flowers starting to bud on the trees, but they weren't all blooming. There was only a select few trees in bloom. But as you could kind of see here, this whole photo, if they're all in bloom, this whole photo would have been pink with cherry blossoms. And that right there was a cherry blossom tree. That would have been pretty incredible. These all cherry blossoms. It's nuts how beautiful that would be if we were in peak. These all right here, cherry blossoms. Like if that was peak cherry blossom time, that this photo would be like a frame on my wall. Like so pretty it would be. The view up there was something else. Random flower. Some more cherry blossoms that weren't quite blooming yet. Yeah. This villa was designed to make the mountain view from here most impressive. The temple's cherry trees make the mountains float on clouds of cherry blossoms. I mean, that sentence alone. Oh, so pretty it would be. I bet it would have been packed though. All right, it's not really the vibe right now. I think I'm gonna go to my liked songs and shuffle those. Tupac. Those are quite pretty. Some berries. You know what? That deserves more stars. That's a pretty garden. This is the inside quarters of. This was the house of a very famous, like Charlie Chaplin era style actor. And here's one of those bamboo fountain things that would like fill up with water and knock down. It's featured prominently in the battle between Oren and the bride in Kill Bill. These gardens were something else. That's kind of silly. Do some HDR merges of these. Down to a little over 700 to cull through. I've culled through a couple hundred. Oh, and here's the actor who's like this was his most famous character. Like a samurai who had one eye. Like some artwork showing the character. Oh, jeez. I know where that song goes. Oh, more bamboo for it. Oh, yeah, because we went back after the garden. I'll wait for the last HDR to merge. Gonna head out. Just gave it a follow on Instagram. Love the Astro pics. Oh, thank you. Tried it once. The Earth moves way too fast for me. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's probably some spots in Florida that don't have much light, but they are probably a drive. I highly recommend looking at dark sky maps to find acceptable areas. I frequently photograph in the yellow marks on those maps, and it works out pretty good. Oh, I got a text from my lady. Let's see. Um, Oh, looks like I have to end my stream anyway. I made it an hour and a half. Looks like I gotta go pick up my son from school. Just surprise, gotta pick him up. So let's find another stream. Oh, did he end? Stream, photography live streams. You'll have 10-ish minutes. Still have 10-ish minutes. Okay. All right. Who is live right now? Oh, Rush is live. Let's raid him. He's a great guy. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Sorry I had to wrap this up so quickly. My wife apparently just got pulled into a meeting, so she can't pick up our son from school. So I got to go do that. But yeah, I'll get the raid set up. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be editing more of these on stream soon. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. It is the weekend, so maybe not. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Sorry this was cut too short, but I'll be back again soon. I'm trying to do this more often. Thanks, everybody. Everybody say hi to Midnight. He's a great guy. All right. Play the outro.